Welcome to Humanities for summer of 2024. I'm looking forward to a good semester, although this first day seems to have started on a rather difficult note with the weather. I'm glad to have you folks here. The weather actually delayed my being able to get the video recorded and uploaded. I plan on doing this, so it's been uploaded prior to the class opening this morning, but there have been some weather delays and situations. Anyway, glad to have you in the course. You'll see on the screen the home page, which is what should open when you click on the course. I am the instructor, James Reed. I list my office as Athens in the academic Gibbs Building 230, but of course during the summer I'm really not there, very rarely, but I do have office hours, quote unquote, listed for you as 2 to 3 Monday through Thursday, so that during that time between 2 and 3, I'll be making sure I'll be looking at my email. I'll also be available if anybody needs to visit with me via Zoom. We can set up a meeting during that time if you need to. The phone number is also listed. That's the campus phone number. So probably the easiest way will be to just use the email that's listed here, or go through the Canvas message center. So again, welcome to the course. We do cover quite a bit. We are covering a 2-volume textbook consisting of 23 chapters called Culture and Values by Cunningham, Wright, and Fishner-Rathus. And you can get that through the bookstore. You can also go through Cengage and just purchase the ebook directly. If you buy the Cengage Unlimited access, if you're taking other courses with Cengage books, then you only pay the one price to get the entire book series for whatever courses you're taking. So again, it is available in that way. Please note the due dates and just follow the modules. They're set up again to access the textbook. If you have the ebook, this tells you how to go about doing that. It does require the purchase of the textbook. You have to have a book. If you get the packet from the bookstore, you'll have a loose leaf version as well as a card that will have a code underneath a silver strip that you scratch off and then have to enter. Or you can just go through Cengage itself. The details here is how to use that and how to go through it and tech information. If you go to the textbook, again, the first time you go in, it'll ask you to sign in. You'll sign in with your TVCC email, and then it'll ask you to enter your code. And then after that, ask you to set up a password. And once you do that, it'll take you to the textbook and to the course. Once you do that, you can access all the textbook, or once you set that up, you can then go to any of the chapters. I'm just going to go to chapter 1 to show you the overview here, where I have details about what's covered in the chapter. And then I have a link to the readings. So if I click on this one, this is chapter 1. Since I've signed into Cengage, this will take me directly to chapter 1. You'll see up here in the chapter 1 beginnings. And then the chapter itself will upload here in just a moment. Again, weather conditions have interrupted the internet a little bit, so it's a little slower, but there it comes. And so there's the first page. If you're looking at your loose leaf book, that's page 1. This is page 2. So again, going back to the modules. So textbook, let's close that down just a little bit. Textbook and materials, accessing the textbook, asking you to click there. You'll have to enroll in the course officially through Cengage. Then the Start Here module walks you through what the course involves. It shows you the course schedule. Again, it shows 6 weeks, but technically we do have 35 days for the semester, essentially, which does not necessarily mean that we have 6 weeks, but the way it's scattered, the 6th week is July 1st. last day of the semester. So again, you'll see what you're asked to do each week. So you have 5 chapters covered by the end of this first week, and you have an exam as well as a reading quiz. Week 2, you have a reading quiz, and you have your major essay assignment is offered. The next week, you have a reading quiz and your second exam over chapters 6 through 12. While you're working on the essay, try to give you a little time off to do that so you can get that essay worked on before you have to take another test. By the end of week 4, the major essay does come in. You have another reading quiz. And then week 5, you have another reading quiz for a total of 5 reading quizzes. And then your third exam, which will be over chapters 18 through 23, that will be your final. And so you'll see how it's laid out for you there. So you need to go through the Start Here module. Again, bear with it just a moment as it jumps. If you are unfamiliar with using Turnitin and how to submit a paper, I do have for you details here that are written out. I also have for you, bear with me just a moment, under the essay module, which is down this way, I have a video from the University of Kentucky. Professor there walks you through how to do so. We'll talk about that module in just a moment. So again, walk your way through it. You have a Start Here quiz. It's not a graded assignment. It just gets you familiar with how to use Turnitin, how to use Canvas for the reading quizzes. Then are the chapters. Each chapter is set up in a very similar way. There's an overview. I give you some details. I try to put some key points, key details that you're going to run into the chapter. I give you your learning outcomes, what you're expected to learn when you go through the chapter. And then I have you links set up for the readings. And then it shows you what required assignment. It tells you look at this course schedule. Then, excuse me just a moment, I have slide presentations and lecture videos are sometimes put in there. I have the reading for the chapter listed here. Again, same that's set up. And then any additional material that I feel you might want to run into or might be interested in. And I do have some links to additional information that goes beyond what the textbook provides. For instance, a little bit more about Gilgamesh, a little bit more about Egypt. And so each unit is set up in similar ways. So overview of chapters 2 and 3. With some pictures of different places. And again, the learning outcomes, links to the readings again, links to flashcards, and then the reading quiz. And then when you go to the module for 2 and 3, you'll see under assignments or readings, there's the reading quiz. And you simply click on that. And then when you're ready to take it, you click on taking it. So the modules are set up in a very similar fashion. Each one is set up in this manner. And so you just go through, and as you go through reading, again, several chapters per week, and that's the cost of summer. You get to read quite a bit. The chapters are not that long, but still it does comprise some reading. When you do have a major exam, and I'm going to go back to this unit, you'll see under the overview, again, details, and first major exam being required, again, some more details about the chapter. And so it's listed there as a reminder of what you have to do. And then under this module, you also have the first major exam. And you click on the exam module listed here, and there you'll see it. and you simply click on this and again take the exam online. Each exam is set up in a similar fashion. You'll cover a number of chapters, usually 5 chapters, 40 multiple choice questions, and then you'll have 5 short answer paragraph style questions that are worth 4 points each for a total of 100 points. And you have 90 minutes to take these exams. The short answer paragraph style require multiple sentences to answer. Keep in mind, as just a rule of thumb, responses should be longer than the questions to have adequate details. Use specific details when you're answering the open-ended questions. And yes, proofread to correct errors in form and spelling. I will take off points for errors in that. So you may write a full response, full detail, but you misspell something or you fail to capitalize. For instance, in the past I've had some students who fail to capitalize Rome or Roman, and so they lose a point or 2 each time. So again, the setup is very similar, so that after every chapter, when there is an exam, you'll see here again about the major essay assignment. Again, for this chapter, you click on it, major assignment, and again, you can click on that to take you to the module. Tells you details about the exam, the essay, and then when you come down for the next exam, I'm just trying to make sure I get to the right unit. Yeah, it is this one, Unit 8. You'll see again the readings, the details, and again the overview. Bear with it as it shows you all the details here, and again the connection area. It tells you about the second major exam being assigned. So again, these are all set up in a similar fashion, so that you can find the details as you go through it. Again, with the major essay, I'll be talking about that later in another video, but the assignment is covering the chapters, and you'll see that it's set up again, and the Canvas submitted the wrong essay topic. I'll have to be fixing that one. No, excuse me, it is essay topics over 13 through 17. For some reason I think it was 6 through 12. No, that's not right either. But the topics are over 13 through 17. And again, we'll get down here to it, so that when you get to this particular one, again, you'll see that it's during this week that your exam over 11 through 15 takes place. Again, if you click on it, there's the exam module, and then when you get to this one, you'll see that there are no reading quizzes for this chapter, so there's nothing there for you to look at. But when you get to 20, you'll see that the third major exam is open and available for you at that time. And you'll also see it under 23. It says fourth major exam, it's the wrong one. It's not listed properly. So anyway, this is how it's set up for you. Hopefully you'll have a good time reading and finding out, and I will be posting additional lectures later to have everything set up for you. So I'm looking forward to a good semester, and I hope everybody is safe from the storms that's been taking place today, earlier this morning.